In previous videos, we talked about how to use long division to divide a polynomial by a binomial, and we can find the quotient and the remainder. And when the denominator is x minus something or x plus something, we can always write it as x minus something. If it's x plus, say, x plus 4, we can also write it as x minus -4. So the important thing is the coefficient, or the number in front of x, is 1. There is another method to do it. It's called synthetic division. If you have learned synthetic division before, you can also use the other way, the synthetic division. It's like a simplified long division to find the quotient and remainder. But if you have not learned synthetic division before, and this the way we learned using long division, it can work on any problem. But one problem with synthetic division is if the coefficient of x is not equal to 1, then you won't be able to use synthetic division. So let's look at an example. But we can still do the same way, the way we did it before, to use long division to find the quotient and remainder. So in this case, notice in the denominator, the divisor 3x plus 1. So the number in front of x is not 1. That means you cannot use synthetic division to divide them. So we can still set up the same way, put the top or the dividend under the line, and put the divisor or the bottom on the front of the division. Now we can try to check the first two terms and try to divide them, can figure out what quotient is. So the first step, to find the quotient, the first quotient is going to be 3x cubed divided by 3x, and 3 cancels 3, x cubed divided by x, that gives us x squared. So that will go on top of the line, which is our part of our quotient. So after we found the quotient, we're going to multiply the quotient and the divisor. So we multiply x squared and 3x plus 1. And by distribution, we can find out that's 3x squared plus x squared. 3x cubed plus x squared. So we're going to put this and line up with the x third terms and x squared terms. So that's our second step, multiply the quotient and the divisor. In the third step, we're going to do subtraction. Subtract the product we just got and the terms we have. Now, 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, they cancel. We are doing subtraction here. So I'm going to put a minus sign, maybe right between them, so that kind of helps us to remember the subtraction, where the subtraction is. So we're going to put minus right here. 3 minus 3 cancels out. And -5, again, there's a minus sign between them. So it's -5 minus +1. And we know -5, let me just put it here, -5 minus +1, that's -6. So after we subtract them, we're going to get -6x squared. So we've got to be very careful. We have to do subtraction between them, not addition. So the answer will not be -4. A common mistake, because some students thought -5 plus 1 is -4. But there is another minus. We have subtraction we got to do. Okay, so we've finished the first round of division. Now we're going to bring down 23x and repeat the process again. So the first step will still be doing, so repeat again. Step 1, we're going to try to find the quotient. Second term of the quotient is we take the first term, -6x squared divided by 3x. And that gives us -2x. And we put that quotient on top of the line and do division. So step 2, we multiply the quotient we just got with the divisor, 3x plus 1. Again, the whole process is imitating long division of numbers. Now, after we multiply distribute, we're going to get -2 times 3, -6, x times x, x squared. -2x times 1, that's -2x. So we're going to move this and line up with the terms we have and do subtraction again. So step 3 will be subtract again. But when we do subtraction here, let's put a minus sign to remind us we need to do subtraction right here. The -6 minus -6, they also cancel out. And -22 minus -2, so let me put it down here. -23 minus -2. That will give us a keep, change. So that gives us -23 plus 2, that's -21. So we are going to get -21x. All right, so the last term, let's bring down -6 and repeat the process again. So first we divide. Let's put step 1 here again. So we divide -21x by -3x. So that gives us 7, because -21 divided by -3 is 7, and x cancels x. So that 7, which is +7, will go on top. And next, we're going to multiply 7, the quotient we found, with the divisor, the term in front of the division. So we're going to get 21x plus 7. And I'm sorry, actually, it's divided by +3x. So that should give us a -7 right here instead of +7. So that gives us -21x minus 7. So we can line it up. Because the reason we always want to satisfy the first term, so we can cancel them out. So again, -21 minus 21x, they cancel out, because -21 minus -21, we do keep, change. We will get -21 plus 21. That gives us a 0 again. All right, so now we do subtraction also between these two numbers. So that's our final step, step 3. We're doing -6 minus -7, and we do keep, change. And that is +1 as our remainder. And x squared minus 2x minus 7 is our quotient. So we can also rewrite our answer here as the quotient plus the remainder. So we will have, this is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 7 plus this 1 as remainder divided by the quotient, because 3x plus 1 doesn't go into 1 anymore. So we will just leave it as, so the remainder goes into the divisor. So that's the final answer.